Hello, I'm Mary V. I got my violin back from the repairers. So the whole top was taken off, a new block was put on inside the violin here that stabilises the neck because the neck was moving a bit because the original block was far too small. The neck has been set back to the proper angle, and for the first time ever I can see air underneath the fingerboard. I can actually see underneath the fingerboard to the fattest part of the belly there. So that's a lot of change, and the amazing thing is that the whole top can be taken off a violin, it can be put back on, and it can still sound like your own violin. It's an absolute miracle. So what does it sound like? It sounds like my violin, but there are some changes and differences. So it's still sweet and very, very mellow. But it's a lot louder, and the A string has really come out. It's very echoey. That's lasting for a long time. So one of the differences with the new angle of the bridge is that obviously the fingers go down in a different place. So what do you do? How do you practice when you've got to teach your fingers where to go down? Right from scratch. One of the best ways to do it is to just find out where the first finger goes down over and over again. Take your hand away and put it back again. Because it's better to move your hand away, give it a shake, come back and see if you can find the perfect place for your first finger to go down, rather than doing any moving around with your first finger like this, like that. That won't teach you the exact place that the first finger needs to go down. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that with all the fingers, but especially the first. I need to know exactly where the new first position is and where the third position is. That's the basic thing I want to get started. So you need to go over and over and over that, over and over again. So I have to reteach my fingers exactly where they need to go. So as far as the sound goes, there are a couple of ways to help the violin to sort of settle in. And one is to pause in between each bow like this. That helps the violin to settle down into a nice vibratory pattern that is very in tune with you. So the quickest way to do it is simply to allow the violin to vibrate freely on all the notes. So it's so good for your violin, this, and it's so good for you because it really tunes any violin into your vibrations. And that's a good tip if you're trying a violin that you want to buy and you want to know if it's right for you. I mean, obviously violins feel very unfamiliar. The vibrations are sort of alien to you. Try a few strokes and see if the violin will respond. It's actually a lovely feeling to hear the overtones, the undertones, and the trail off coming back from your bowing. So if you can remember that when you're trying violins, it's a very useful thing to be able to do. Like a chord and let it ring out into the air. And see if the violin actually responds to you. So I've put a mute on, which is very helpful when you're trying to get your intonation really sorted out. Because the mute takes away a lot of the overtones, and you can hear the heart of the note very clearly. So my beloved violin is back with me again, and this time it's as if she's had a session with a chiropractor, because the neck has been straightened, everything is glued up and working perfectly, and the angle of the fingerboard is right now with the violin. It's beautifully set up. They've done a fantastic job. So even an old lady like this, a 1760 violin, that's been through so much, can actually produce even more sounds and vibrations to explore, thanks to a world-class luthier that I was so lucky enough to get to. And so I'm going to enjoy that, and we'll see, we'll see how she settles down. Might take a couple of weeks, it might take a month, but the basic sound is so lovely that it's so nice to have her back again on my violin journey. So there we are, and I'll say bye-bye for now. Bye.